knowing that you'll never break. That risk they say don't ever take. That feeling that keeps you awake. You can't let it go. No, you can't let it go. That voice keeps screaming in your head.
Different meditation techniques or reasons to meditate.
Because they had toxics back then. They were cleaning the system out during the days of the pharaohs, okay?
Recognize each other's uniqueness at each, because God has a plan for both of you.
And I can have a baby and I can raise a child without you. That's kind of a shot at the male spirit.
Well, hello and good afternoon. It's Friday. Can you believe that God has blessed us down through another week, another month? He has just been so good to us. It's been a couple of Fridays, actually. We had Good Friday where we took off. And then last week, I traveled to do a conference in Indianapolis. Thank you, Carolyn Mosby, a dear friend of mine. Diamante and I traveled to do the Mid-States Conference. And after traveling and getting back late, I did a reconnect, restore, refocus on my own health and decided to take a Friday to just recuperate. So we're back today, although it's the end of the month. Wow, April has come and gone so quick. Hello, Shai. Thanks for joining us. Can you believe it? It is the 29th. A special happy birthday to my beloved niece, Takara. Happy 40th. So glad that God has blessed you to have 40 turns around the sun. And I pray that he blesses you with many more. Happy birthday to Pam Oliver, one of our dear, dear sisters who joins us on the prayer line every morning, and her husband's, whose birthday was yesterday, Wilbert. My sorority sister, Desiree Rhodes. I know your birthday was this month. I think my godson's too, Cayenne. So happy birthday to all of the April babies out there. We hope that God has continued to bless you this beautiful month. So it's April. Today, we are talking about the power of sisterhood. Let me tell you, Mrs. Jackson was the one who told me that I should not let what I planned for my 43rd birthday go. She said, you are going to see the power of what happens when women get in the room and they talk to each other. And she had me to experience that. And she encouraged me not to let that event go. And guess what? I didn't. And the seed was planted. And here comes the I Am That Woman movement and retreat. And so we launched the I Am That Woman retreat in 2018 in Riviera Maya, Mexico at the beautiful Unaco Resort. Came back in 2019, taking 55 beautiful women from all around this country. And not only did we have beautiful women join us from around the country, but we also had speakers like Susan Taylor, Mickey Taylor, and Regina Bell, and Kim Coles, and Aida Rodriguez, and Tracy Edmonds, and Amy Hilliard, and Connie Lindsay, and the list goes on and on. Dr. Portia Lockett, and so many others. Linda Johnson Rice, so many others who came and joined us, and it was an absolutely amazing experience. So today we're furthering that with the I Am That Woman movement. I know due to my work schedule, I wasn't able to get our social media out there, but hopefully we'll have some people to join us. Shai, thanks so much for being here. We have Natalia Powers with us today. Natalia is an amazing woman. She is a mother. She is the founder of the Shift into Success Sisterhood. So you know the I Am That Woman movement is all about the sisterhood. It is all about welcoming women, helping women to live their best life holistically, mind, body, and spirit. And how do we do that? We do that with information, resources, content like this, networking you with women like Natalia to give you resources and as well as events. So join us in October at the 27th, October 27th through the 30th at the I Am That Woman retreat. at the Hilton Marco Island. We're not going out of the country this year. We're staying in the country, but it is such a powerful and wonderful retreat. You don't want to miss it. We are going to reconnect, refocus, and just renew our minds and our spirits. Good afternoon, Jules. So good to see you. Hey, Kathleen, please spread the word, you guys. I was so busy with work, I didn't have a chance to put this out on the network. So thank you, Kathleen, for connecting me with Natalia, who is our guest today. Well, without further ado, like I said before, she is the founder of the Shift into Success Sisterhood. She provides innovative solutions that promote holistic success for purpose and success-driven women of faith who desires to build the personal brand-based business of their lifetime. So I'm going to bring her on right now. Welcome, our sister. Hey, Natalia.
Hello.
How are you?
I am doing well. I'm so happy to be here in your community. Thank you so much for having me.
You are so welcome, and we are happy to have you here. So I said what you do, at least with one hat, but I know that there are many hats that you also wear. Yes, Lester, thank you for joining us. You're right. Brothers need to know too. You're absolutely right. So Natalia, tell us a little bit more about who you are and what you do. You also are a mother.
Yes. So I am a mother of three, mother of Zanadia, she's 9, Joshua is 6, and my youngest, Raylan, she'll be 2 in May. So I say those ages because I got my hands full.
Yes, ma'am.
But just a little bit more about me. I have been in the finance industry for about 15 years, but as of March, just last month, I made a transition into full-time kingdom business. So as you can imagine, I'm just in a season where I'm soaking it all in.
Beautiful.
And it definitely lays the foundation for our discussion today on the power of sisterhood and momentous moments of transition.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for sharing. And yes, you have a busy household. On our call yesterday, I think it was, I was like, we had just got home and the sitter had left. And I was like, we were trying to get through our call.
Yes.
Listen, I'm number one of 11 children. So I definitely understand. So, so thank you so much for taking the time and so happy that you are a beautiful mother. You look nothing like you have 3 kids under the age of 10. You're so young, so they keep you vibrant.
Yes.
Well, so just last month, wow. So after 15 years of being in corporate America, being in finance, you decided that you were going to take the leap of faith and truly entrepreneurism. And I'm a 20-year plus veteran of being an entrepreneur. Started my event management company in 2001. So I know the leap of faith that is required to just leave, what you've always known, kind of that safety net. What guided you to do that?
Well, honestly, I have always had an entrepreneurial spirit since I was a little girl. But of course, the tradition is to go after the American dream and go to college and get a degree and get a job.
Yeah.
And so I did all of those things, including get married. And I hit a period in 2017 where I just kind of woke up and realized how unhappy I was because of the amount of time that I needed to commit to my career, because of the burden of marriage, the burden of motherhood. And I was also really active in my church community at the time. And so it was really in 2017 where I started to really own the desire to have more flexibility, more freedom, and more fulfillment when it comes to how I dedicate my waking hours, my working hours.
Yeah.
And so in 2018 was when I finally launched Destined Initiatives. you know, took the transitions and pivots to where I am now.
Beautiful. So that was in 2018.
Yeah.
And so then in 2020, so did you do it full time or you just kind of started it and you were still working?
I was just doing it part time.
Okay,
So I
doing it
was
part-time.
still in accounting, still working for, you know, a major corporation, and you know, has been a journey,
Yes,
and it
absolutely.
took a lot of mindset shifts
Uh-huh.
for me to understand and believe that
Mhm.
I could do this full time.
Yes.
That was like my journey. Um, Once I just like it, so a little bit more background about me. In 2020, I got divorced. And so with that, I'm working full time. I had my youngest baby. I was also, you know, doing virtual learning with the kids because of COVID.
Right.
It was kind of all this like perfect storm that brought me to the moment where I'm like, this is too much. Like,
Yeah.
what is it? And
Yeah.
it really awakened me to that conversation with God. Like, is this really the juggle that I need to do?
Yeah.
Um, and then I felt at a certain point, I felt like, okay, I am so full of the vision that God has given me to move forward. But I was still trying to get to a moment of perfection where I felt comfortable enough to let go of the full time job. And it was like, you know, God was just like, no, baby, that's not a leap of faith.
It doesn't always exactly line up like that, right? Like
Yes,
sometimes that leap of faith is maybe not even knowing, but the word does promise us that he will make the crooked places straight. And so, and
yes,
he will not allow the fire to consume us. And so taking that leap of faith, that is exactly what it is. You may not always be able to see even right in front of you, but when you know in your heart that God has a plan, and that's what you knew. And even I encourage any woman out there, any man or woman out there who is thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, or you may be full time, and there's nothing wrong with you starting and planting the seed while you're still working. There's nothing wrong with saving up money. There's nothing wrong with doing your research, creating your business plan while you're still working. So trust us that it is a process, like you said, and it is a journey. But the day came where you had to make the decision, or you decided to make the decision, to just go ahead and take that leap of faith
yes.
and go all in. And so, how has that been? Tell us about where you are now.
So it has been absolutely amazing. But first, you know, it has only been about a month and a half. But at first, I was like, not like still in the mindset of 9 to 5, right? And just feeling like balled up in the corner. Like I have all this freedom, but I don't know what to do with it because I still need to make up for that gap, you know, in the leap of faith. But I made a declaration that I was not going to get in the spirit of worry, anxiety, because you know that multiplies. That
Oh, yes,
spirit
it
it
will.
multiplies, and so it really. I have been so full of peace.
Mm,
I've been full of just resting because, of course, I came out of the perfect storm, and so just trying to unwind and rest, and really reconnect with God in a way that I have never. So right now I'm really full of just this connection with God where I'm just open to get the directions that I need to move forward.
yes.
I do have a number of things that I am working on within my business, and really just getting the coaching and the help that I need to really move that forward. So it is amazing.
It is amazing when we really, my affirmations are be still, be quiet, and be open.
Yes.
It sounds like you just took the time out of that perfect storm to be still, be quiet, and be open, and
Yes.
allow God to lead you and guide you into where you are today. And so, so let's talk about the power of sisterhood. So let's tell us about your business. Tell us about, you launched it in 2018. You
Yes.
just went full time. What does this business do, and how connected is it to sisterhood?
Okay. So honestly, like when I first launched in 2018, it was a blog and an online shop. Okay. And then I was, I'm a writer and I feel like I'm long winded even with writing. So I'm writing all of these blogs and I'm just coming to a place where I want more community and I want more live experience, more conversation, more connection like that. And so that's what really drove me to the decision to start playing with the idea of creating coaching programs and creating some sense of community. And so I've tried so many different things in my business, even though it has only been since 2018. But where I've landed right now is the shift into success sisterhood. And basically, I always say that this is a community that I wish I had throughout my journey. Because while we can have all of the business tips and strategies and things to do, there's so much internally and emotionally that affects whether we're able to take that those steps and execute on that strategy, because the strategy requires us to be visible. The strategy requires us to be open and authentic and vulnerable, right?
Right.
So if we have not really processed what we need to process internally,
Yes, that's right.
strategy is just going to sit there on the table.
Yeah.
And so for the power of sisterhood, it's really to open up that conversation. I believe that God has created us to be in relation with each other.
Yes.
And for so long, the toxic mindset of like the boss babe or, the boss lady or whatever, is to do it on your own. Don't trust anybody. And just try to be this self-made queen. And that is exactly the opposite of what God intended. And the power of sisterhood is to really realize the value that we have individually and collectively. Because the revelation that you have is different than the revelation that I have. And while there may be a tone of unity and a tone of one accord, your angle no one has, and my angle no one has. And when we get together, there's this synergy.
Yes.
Add Jesus on top of that, like there's this Holy Ghost that is so powerful, it's so profound, and it really literally shifts us into levels of success that are really unheard of.
Unheard of.
I feel like we're at a special time, like a special time in like this dispensation, like in this time. I really believe that there's a lot unfolding, and we won't get access to that synergy. We won't get access to that revelation and that strategy that comes from God and God alone until we understand the power of sisterhood, until we understand the power of fellowship.
That is so good, Natalia. And it sounds like you're talking about the I Am That Woman retreat. You have to come in October, because literally that is the experience that we have. And so, while it's not, it's definitely, I show up authentically as I am. And I am a believer, and I am a Jesus believer. And I love the Lord with all my heart. My faith is what has got me to where I am. We start our day with prayer and meditation in the I Am That Woman movement. And so your spiritual foundation is so important. Everything that you said is so on point to who we are as women. And so our spiritual foundation is really kind of what allows us to propel into our professional lives, whether it's in corporate America, whether we're entrepreneurs, whether we're stay-at-home mothers, no matter what we're doing, how we think as a man thinketh, so is he. And so sometimes the enemy will try and have us to be alone and not in sisterhood. And that's when we are not really fulfilling kingdomship and fulfilling purpose.
Right.
I just poured into my goddaughter yesterday, and that's what we were talking about, just our life's purpose and what we are missioned to do. And that is definitely to be here for each other and to support each other. I love what you do. So you've started it. It's been a couple of months. It's exciting. It's a sisterhood. It's a bond. So tell us a little bit more about the membership, how women become connected. I'm all about sharing resources. I am not, I mean, I'm going to share that, all the events that we do, but I am so in tune to helping other women, whether they're entrepreneurs, financial advisors, whatever they're doing. So tell us about your membership and how women join this powerful sisterhood.
Yes. So basically, it's an annual membership. And we have monthly empowerment sessions where we really start to uncover things that are related to identity, purpose, position, and power. And I believe that all four of those elements are what makes a powerful personal brand-based business. So the sisterhood, while it is Christian-based, it is also entrepreneurial focused, and it is meant to support women spiritually, emotionally, and as well with the professional side of things. And so to join, you can check out the whole write-up of all that we are building up and tearing down at nataliapowers.life/sisterhood. And the unique thing about the sisterhood is while you have the monthly empowerment session, we have weekly sister circles that are live. So the empowerment session is pre-recorded, but then we have live sister circles where we're taking a deep dive. We're talking about things that come up throughout the week. We're talking about just literally like taking a deep dive into what we've covered to ensure that there is no queen left behind. That's all I like to say. It's like no queen left behind.
I know that's right. Nice hashtag, no queen left behind. I know that's right. We all need each other.
Yes. So we just opened up the doors of the sisterhood April 1st. So it is still fresh. It's still new, but I am so excited for all of the things that we're going to uncover over the next year.
Well, I am excited for what God is going to do for you as well. And I know it's going to be amazing. And I hope you can even come to the I Am That Woman retreat. I'm actually going to show a little video. I don't know if you had an opportunity. We're going to take a little commercial break, and you can take a look at this and see how connected the I Am That Woman retreat is to even your purpose and your mission. We'll be right back.
Awesome.
All right, so that tells me.
Where is it again?
I know, right, Natalia? October 26th through the 30th, ladies. Registration is now open. Go to iamthatwomanretreat.com. Join us. If you were an attendee or a speaker in 2018 or 2019, your registration fee is only $875. And for all the new ladies, it's $1,100, but it only requires a $300 deposit. And then we'll put you on a payment plan. We have 6 months, so you have plenty of time, but time is going to run out because this is a limited, this is special. This is a boutique experience. It is where professional meets personal and personal meets professional, and you become your destiny. And so it's so in line to what you are doing and what you are building. And so that's why I invite you to come and attend, because I love providing resources to women after they leave the retreat, right? So we have to continue building what God has put into us and what you may have uncovered as your purpose while you were at the retreat. So Natalia, what you do can be a beautiful extension. So even though you're just starting, congratulations on even like taking that leap of faith. There's so many women, and I know that you are not going to have a problem, especially now. I don't watch the news often, but I was at the nail salon at 6:30 this morning, because that's what Black-owned salons do. They'll get you in and get you out, girl. And so shout out to Sandra Saunders over at Fingertips. So, but anyway, she had the news on, and they were talking about how the pandemic has affected women. They were talking about how many women have left the workforce since the pandemic, and how many women have now even started their own business, or how many jobs are available, and the effect that the pandemic has had on women. I think we've become more intentional. I think women are now like, just like what you went through, going through so many perfect storms, and then coming out by their faith and by their spiritual foundation on where it is that they want to go and why they're here. We all have a dash, right? And so what we do with that dash, I was telling my goddaughter yesterday, from the first breath that we take to the last breath we take, we all have a dash. And so what we do with that, and you empower women. Tell us a little bit about your coaching and how you empower women when they know that there's something else, but they might not know what it is. Tell us about how you coach them through that.
So really, when someone sits in the virtual chair, I just like to listen, because as we open up our ears to listen, the story is really told. And I think that I want to start this like this. When you have spiritual gifts that God has given you, to have the ear to hear and the eyes to see, especially in this coaching space. We dress it up and we say coaching space, or service provider, but it's really a gift to be able to see and to hear. And that's why sisterhood is powerful. Even one-on-one or in a group setting, when someone opens their mouth, it's really telling of their mindset, it's telling of their history. But then the eyes to see part is to really see the jewel that she is, and how much God has put into her that she may not even realize. And so woman after woman that I've spoken to, I can clearly see, probably more than she even realizes, her worth and her potential. And so as she's speaking and talking about, her past or current situations, I'm looking to see what may have made her slow down and start to disbelieve who she is, disbelieve her worth. It may have been a conversation, it may have been a failed relationship, it may have been, being passed over for a promotion. All of these different types of things are what puts weights on her spirit, and puts weights on her mobility to move forward and to truly see the purpose that God has for her. And so that's really what happens in that space. I'm listening, and I'm also seeing and speaking what God is giving me to speak to that individual. And as we go through that, it's really healing, because it's a job to reframe what happened. Yes, that happened. Yes, you had that affected you that way. Yes, it hurt, but A, B, C, D, truth, truth, truth. What God says about you, what
Yes.
God expects from you, despite what you have been.
Yes.
So from that moment on, there's also, the opportunity for me to share my entrepreneurial journey, tips and strategies that I have studied and implemented in my own journey to help this woman build her own brand-based business, and that could be for authors that have written a book and are ready to take that book to the next level, to build community, to build a platform, to really explode the message of that book. It could be for therapists or other future coaches, just really diving into her experience to show the gold. Like when I'm talking to people and they begin to open up about, different things that God has shown them, I like exclaim, that is gold. That's what you need to be sharing. And so we really magnify what needs to be magnified and shape what needs to be reshaped because of what has held her back.
That's beautiful. And so I love all of these comments. Thank you, Esther Taylor. Thank you, Shiree. Thank you, Kathleen. They are just sharing some beautiful comments and reaffirming what you are saying about, oftentimes we do, and we have to be so careful not to dismiss that still small voice. That's why I love my affirmation, be still, be quiet, and be open, because sometimes even being in work, whether you're an entrepreneur or even in corporate America, we're running so much and we're in our own heads so much that we don't give God space. We don't even give God time to come in. That's why I love starting my day and prayer and meditation. And sometimes, I have to keep my little inner peace over here. I know my project manager sometimes is like, where her Jesus at now? Because she going off on me. But we have to just remember to keep God in front of us and stay patient and stay calm and just, stay in tune to what the Spirit and how the Spirit is leading and guiding us, especially if we know that we have a purpose that might not be in the workspace or the workplace that we're in. If we have a gift that just keeps nudging us and pulling us to do something a little different. And so that's the God factor in what he does, that purpose that he puts in us. And we do need people like yourself. We do need movements like the I Am That Woman movement to encourage us, to support us, to provide us with those resources and information and events. I love seeing the women at our Women's History Month brunch and even the conference that you were just at. And I understand that I think you have a speaking engagement or a conference coming up. So those are all beautiful things and beautiful resources. How do women reach you? If someone wants some coaching or if they wanted to join your membership, how do they reach you, Natalia?
Yeah, so well, first, you can email me. My email address is contact@nataliapowers.life. Thank you. And also, my website is nataliapowers.life. And I would just encourage, whoever's interested to email me. Or my IG is right there at nataliapowers.life. There's a link in my IG where you can schedule a free 30-minute discovery call. And during that discovery call, I'm listening to you about what your deepest dreams and desires are before all the stuff happened. Because that's when we're going to do the work to really bring those up and magnify that and really, move aside the things that have hindered you.
Awesome. This has been so amazing, Natalia. You have blessed me today. I look forward to connecting with you. I look forward to seeing you at the I Am That Woman retreat in October.
Where is it again?
It is at Hilton Marco Island in Marco Island, Florida.
Okay.
Marco Island in Marco Island, Florida. And so we're lining up speakers. I don't know if you're familiar with, I should probably say her name because we haven't gone to contract yet, but I'm going to put it out there into existence because that's what we do. We manifest things over here. And so Cassandra with Stocks and Stilettos, Cassandra Cummings, I'm sorry. We had a call scheduled yesterday, had to reschedule due to some scheduling conflicts, but we're all about empowering women to live their best life holistically, mind, body, and spirit. We want to have financial wealth. We want to have health and success in our families, in our households, in our homes. I thank God I'm in a season of overflow. I've been up since 3 a.m. working, but I got the strength beneath me, and I know that God has just given me so much, and He's going to continue to bless you and pour into your business. Congratulations again on taking that leap of faith and just believing. Anytime that you're up early at 5:30 in the morning and you want to connect with some sisters and brothers, Lester, in a sisterhood and brotherhood, we have a prayer and meditation every morning from 5:30 to 6:30. It's just a conference call. You don't have to put no lipstick on and get all cute and everything. It's just a call-in conference number. We'll be sharing that information. But I just believe that the power of sisterhood is so powerful. I don't want any woman out there to feel like that she's alone. So whether you join my movement, whether you join Natalia Powers movement and get some coaching from her, attend her monthly sessions, her weekly sessions, just connect. I'm telling you, now is the time. God is doing so much in all of our lives. Now is the time not to be burdened, not to be stressed, not to let the worries of life overcome you. Connect to the power of sisterhood, and you will see yourself propelled in so many ways. I love my board members. Yes, Kathleen, I love you all saying no queen left behind. We are here to empower each other. We are here to make sure that we just love on each other, encourage each other. What would be the last remarks for you to share with the sisterhood and the brotherhood? I know we got some brothers out there today, Natalia. What would you say?
Thank you, because I do have something very, very heavy on my heart to share. I want to highlight the scripture that you've already said, be still and know that I am God. And you may not think, I'm speaking to everyone here, you may not think that sisterhood is being still, but it is definitely that opportunity to slow down from your normal roles and responsibilities, to slow down the rat race, to slow down and really begin to reflect. Because there are different elements of resting. There are different ways to rest. And one of the ways to rest is to really reflect on what God has done.
Yes.
On what God has done through you. Because sometimes we're so busy that we don't even we give God all the credit, okay? But we don't even give Him enough, okay? And we do not acknowledge how much He has done through us. Because we keep working, we keep running, we keep moving, we keep trying to hit the next goal. But really, when you slow down in sister circle, at retreats, those different types of conferences, you're slowing down to acknowledge what God has done through you. And as you begin to appreciate that and own that and move forward in that spirit of reflection, the spirit of gratitude is going to arise, and the spirit of authority is going to become even more concentrated in you, from you, because now you understand what God has done through you. And as you begin to move forward with intention, articulating what God has done through you, you begin to open up the doors for other people to come in to be a part of that movement in you, that fellowship, that sister circle. And it really magnifies the power of God even more, the move of God even more. And so I just want to encourage everyone, sisterhood is powerful.
Yes.
Just by that element of reflection, that element of, owning what God has done through you and articulating that in your circle, you're going to know that Twyla, I need to go to her for that. You're going to know that Tamika, I need to go to her for that, because we've all began to get together and rest and reflect and share. Your divine power, your divine position. And that's how we learn how to elevate together.
Yes, that is
It's
how
so
we learn how to
powerful.
elevate together. Yes, yes, no queen left behind. It is so powerful, and you are so right. We really have to take the time to slow down, be still, be quiet, be open, be still, and know
Yeah.
that I am God. Sometimes we can get so wrapped up in our day to day to do list, the kids, the community, the church and our motto is, you've spent most of your life taking care of everyone else. Isn't it time to take care of you? And
Yes.
that's what we come to do, is to come together and put our oxygen mask on first, to make sure that we're living in purpose and with intention. And again, connecting that personal, sounds like the same thing that you do. Connecting that personal development with that professional development. And when you put Jesus in it, girl, you can't do anything but win, and you can't do it. And when you put some prayer on it, you
Yes.
can't do anything but go up, right? And
Yes.
so I so appreciate you, Natalia. I appreciate who you are. I appreciate the woman of God that you are. I appreciate you taking the time and coming and joining us in the I Am That Woman movement, sisterhood, to tell us about the power of sisterhood. So
And
one more time.
sisterhood is the new self-care, you guys. It's not new like that, but there's a newness of self-care in sisterhood. So I'm going to be looking into coming to the conference, to the retreat, or it's a retreat, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes, because those moments are so powerful.
And we have ongoing events as well. We have a golf outing coming up in June. We have our Restore Awards coming up in August. So we'll be telling you all about those. We hope that you will be there. Connect with sisters. Tell them about your membership. Invite them into your circle. I invite you into our circle again, starting the day in morning mindfulness. We pray, we meditate, and then we work out with our fitness guru, Valerie Tyler, for those who wants to join her class. So we just believe in, again, holistic wellness is mind, body, and spirit. We've got to take care of our minds with meditation and prayer. We've got to take care of our bodies with exercise, whether it's yoga, walking, doing something, eating healthy and nutritious. No one has to tell us that African American women have some of the highest statistics when it comes to dis-ease and disorders in our community, from breast cancer, cervical cancer, fibroids, so many things that are affecting our health. And so we are here to help you all live your best life. And how do we do that? We do that by sharing women like Natalia Powers to empower you. What a beautiful name. And so who can't empower with a name like Power, right? Well, thank you again, my sister. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I absolutely love what you are doing. I'm looking forward to just learning more and becoming a part of what you're doing as well.
Absolutely. Well, don't go away. I'm going to put you backstage just as we close out. Appreciate you. Everybody tell Natalia, thank you so much. Put it in the chat. Tell her what you learned today, because she shared some words of wisdom. She was absolutely amazing. So we just thank God that she joined us. So, all right, this wraps our show. I hope you all enjoyed Natalia. She was so good. I hope you guys were able to get her information. Listen, if you need some additional support, whether you need some coaching, listening, you need a sisterhood where you can go to and be empowered, you can join us here at the I Am That Woman Sisterhood, or you can join Natalia and her group. Listen, we're here to support each other. It's not just about us, it's about all of us. Thank you, Kathleen, for introducing us to Natalia. She was amazing, and I look forward to connecting with her again. Again, you can join us every Monday through Friday, 5:30 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. for prayer and meditation. It's a conference call, 605-313-5104. I know we have a graphic on it. Again, that number is 605-313-5104. On Mondays, we have Dr. Portia Lockett, who leads us into prayer. And I am there every day doing 30 minutes of morning mindfulness and meditation. And then we take prayer requests on Mondays and Fridays. We give praise reports because, like Natalia said, all praises to the Most High God when He is doing so much for us. All right. I don't know what happened to our graphic. Again, don't forget to register for the I Am That Woman retreat. www.iamthatwomanretreat. It's only $1,100 for those who have not attended in the past. You can definitely join us. Go to our website to learn more about it, and then you can register right there on the retreat and make sure that you join us. That is our show for today. We appreciate you. Thank you, Diamante Kimball, for being our producer today. We hope that you all have a very blessed and wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.